name's Andrew and welcome to my home. This is Oak Tree House. Cork trees to be more precise, but the house was called Oak Tree House before I got here, and so be it. I saw this house originally when I was looking to buy somewhere late last year, and I knew immediately that this was the house for me. It has so much potential. It doesn't look it at the moment. The house hasn't been lived in for over 40 years, but the potential is there. I'm going to start by putting some plants around here first of all and tidying up the area. That will give it a little bit of promise. I've got to get on with that bus first of all, get that decking down, then I get a canopy over the back of the house here so the dogs and I have some shelter from that sun. It's intense at the moment, and I have a box with a spa in it that's been there for 2 months, so that's coming out and going in there, and I'm hoping that that's going to get rid of my quench and desire to go down to the beach every 5 minutes. So a lot less talking in my videos from now on and more action, because there's so much I need to get on with. First of all though, down to the decking. Just like an IKEA kitchen with the cabinets, you know, when you've got the 4 legs at the bottom and you're trying to level it all out and you've got 2 of them right and you've got it perfect one way, but then the other way it's off and it takes forever to just line them all up. And I think that's where I'm at now, because I've left a gap of about 3 inches. Someone asked me a couple of days ago why I haven't taken the wheels off, and that's just because the bus is movable. I'm not planning on this being here forever. It is all here just while I'm renovating the house, including the decking. That's why I use the stakes, because when I up and move it eventually I can just lift them up out of the ground, no problem at all. And that's what I'm going to be doing to everything that I build around here. You might stay there a bit longer, but as soon as I put concrete on the floor, take the wheels off, hold it up, then that requires permissions and planning, and I don't want to go through that route. So it's easier just to build it this way and say I'll move it if I need to. Bertie here, he hasn't had a haircut for about 3 weeks. It grows so fast. So today it's that time, isn't it? We'll get them off you. See if that works. You know, this took probably 3 or 4 times longer than it should have done. Doing it in the summertime is not the best idea, but doing it in the middle of the day was a real stupid idea. I don't know why I did that, but I've got this silicone glue here now, and that's going to go on the top of each one of these battens, and then that should hold the metal in securely. And I think we're done. I can get the decking down on top. So with the plants, I know I need to get a banana tree or something there. I don't know where I'm going to scatter anything else, but definitely there. Big palm tree eventually going up there. Look pretty cool. Wow. I think that's about as far as I want to go down at the moment. My God. I don't think I've ever had to dig so hard in my life to get through soil. Right, soil in, manure in, and that can go in. I am so pleased I just did that. It was definitely worth the trip to go and get them. It's made such a big difference. It's only one thing, I know, but it has made a difference. It breaks up from the monotony of cork trees around here, and it gives it a flavour that we're in a hot country. Just got to imagine it now with some big patio doors there. Only one small step, but makes a big difference. And I feel satisfied now that I can carry on down at that bus. So I actually forgot these spacers that I'm using. There's a hole in the middle, and that's what I'm going to drill a hole through onto the metal. So what I can actually do is put these in place now. It's a little bit fiddly, and then once they're all in place I can drill them down. But of course that means that I can't really adjust the gaps in between, so I just got to hope that there's no overlap either end with these. I've run out of clips, so I'm going to get those later and carry on with that tomorrow. In the meantime, after I did the planting up here, I decided that I'm going to tidy up the little area outside the back bit next to the steps and just create a little space, albeit temporary, that I can just relax in. If I can do those little bits in between me doing the bus, then it just helps me around this area to have a more comfortable space. Well, that's not a bad start. Got a little bit of space now to sit down and relax, though it's not getting much shade. Whilst I was getting the clips and the screw bits for the decking, I came across this in one of the skips. I'm not sure what it originally was, but it looks like it's been used as a barbecue and then just thrown away. Now I think I might use that somewhere. I'm going to tidy it all up, and then actually I think I'm going to put it down on the bus and use it as a plant pot. Quite nice. And I also got some of these yuccas which I rescued. There was quite a lot in there, but these were the only two really that I think would work. You can see these actually, this does work, and I can prove it. You pull the ends off of these and just get it so that it's deep enough to go into the soil, and it does eventually grow. And you can see just with this one down here, I have several of them dotted around, but that's come back to life again. And even this one here, the tall one, which I only just pulled out again, that was starting to grab with the roots and grow. So I'm going to put these ones down by the bus. And speaking of which, I'm going to get on with that now and finish that decking. So that is 240 holes I've had to drill through metal, and obviously the same amount of screws. Now I have to say, this little 10.8 volt battery on here, I've only had to, after the initial charge it one more time afterwards, or both of them. So they've done really well. I've got 10 boards left down there, and I think what I'm going to do is I have a little path that goes up here and some steps onto a little platform, and I'll use those decking boards inside my little shower area, which I'm going to build after I've got my stuff into the bus. So that's my next mission now, to get the inside trimmings finished and get the fireplace in, get that side of the bus, or the rear side of the bus, done first of all, so I can get me in there, and then I can carry on out here afterwards. But dead chuffed about that, and I think that deserves a beer. Whoa, well done. Oh, it is so nice to have even the slightest bit of shade, but I had to wait till 3 o'clock in the afternoon before I could actually sit here, which isn't good enough. I'm just so effing hot, it's unbelievable. This is the weather you need to be on the beach. There's nothing else you can do. So just picture if you're laying there sunbathing, you're sweating, it's really hot, you can get in the sea to cool down a little bit, well then add a couple more degrees onto that, and you're right here. It is unbearably hot, and I've got to try and get that canopy over as soon as possible, to get that spar in there as soon as possible as well, so that the dogs have shade and I've got somewhere to dip into. At the moment, I can't be bothered to do anything. I'm so seriously hot. It's the last thing I really want to be doing, but I've done the decking now, and that's given me a bit of encouragement, because that went down relatively quickly, and I was doing it in the middle of the day. But right now it is so hot here, I don't know where to begin. But I have to move everything out of the way first of all, clear the space. It's a 6 metre by 4 metre canopy that's going up there, so I've got to make sure it's all attached really well. And unfortunately, I've got to dig a few more holes, or 2 more holes down here and then one down by the bus, to get the posts in to hold up the canopy. So I'm not going to delay it anymore. I'm just going to get on with it. I really don't want to. Difficult can this be? 2 screws in the wall, 2 metal posts in the ground, half a metre down, the correct spacing, 6 by 4 metres, slight angle. What can go wrong? No idea. I should have thought it through first though, but it always works. Right, there's 2 lots of holes there, as you can see. I made a bit of a boo-boo. These ones here, I drilled it right, 8mm hole, but then I was pushing them in and it got really tight, and I broke the thread on one of them, and the other one, it didn't work that end either. So I had to abandon this one. So I filled it in with some cement glue and try again with some shorter ones of these, and that seems to have worked. So now all I've got to do is attach the sheet to there, and then line it up across here to get another point for the next load of screws, and then I can go that way and down into the ground. So I think I've changed my mind anyway. Instead of having it going at an angle, I'm going to keep them all the same height, because there's going to be quite a lot of tension on this, and it's only going to be, I think, 2 meters 30 off the floor. And if there's any sagging in there, I really don't want it touching my head, so I don't want to risk lowering anywhere. So I think what I'll do is somehow work out where the posts are going to go and try and keep this as tight as possible. But although this sheet isn't heavy, to get it to not sag in the middle, it needs a lot of pulling, and I'm putting my weight on it going this way. So this is going to take a little bit of working out, I think. Right, I reckon I've got this in the bag and sorted, I think. So last night my brother came round, went up the ladder, pulled the sheet, and I got this post roughly where I think it will work. At that point, I'd had a quick beer. I'd ordered a pizza earlier on in the day, thinking I'd have this all sorted by 8 o'clock at night. So I came out here and just admired it, thinking what a great job that I actually managed to get it measured right. But I didn't do the work then, and it would have been perfect, because it would have been a sheltered area, a bit cooler, a bit darker, and I could have had them all down now, and I could be sitting here underneath that shade. But I didn't. I thought, nah, why do that when you can struggle tomorrow? So we are at tomorrow now, and I've got to dig this hole in this lovely soft soil. Using my power drill, I've got to go half a metre down, get that pole in. I've got 2 of them over there. Well, that one there and that one over there. But the bonus of this, of course, is once I've got the sheet over the top, I will have that shade. I can get the garden furniture under there so the dogs can destroy it. And then I'm going to get the spar in. I've got this permanent craving to go down to the beach, so I'm hoping that will quench it a little bit. When I'm working down the bus, I can just jump out every so often. Instead of going down to the beach, I can just dive in there, and then I can go down to the beach in my leisure when I want to. But that's going to be a really good thing to get out of the way. I'm really looking forward to it. Plus all the little plants that I'm dotting around here. It's really starting to change the whole feel of this place. So I am not going to moan about this anymore. I'm just going to get on with it and try and get this done as quick as possible. And hopefully I can be in that shade later today. I'm praying that that is in the right position, because that was agony. I am so pleased that I actually made the effort to do that today, because I quite easily could have gone down to the beach, but I would have had to have done it at some point anyways. Minimum amount of cement as well, which is really cool, because eventually I will be taking them up, because I'm replacing everything around here with wood. Hence why I do know that that post is going straight in the middle of the window, but all that's going to be moving. I have patio doors and so on. This is just for me for now, so I got some shade. So I'm going to put the sail up tomorrow once the cement's dried, and it's going to hopefully, fingers crossed, work perfectly. But in the meantime, I'm going to put the table and chairs back and just sort it out a little bit, and then tomorrow I'll have the spa in place and it's all going to look magical. So last night I actually did put the sheets up because I just have no patience, and I wanted to just double check to make sure that everything did fit, and it did. So I'm on my way now down to the beach for a quick dip, and then I'm going to show you. Smell of beach and pine. Really can't beat it, it's beautiful. Oops. So what was I looking for with this whole area? I just wanted shade and water, and that's what I've got, and I think that's turned out pretty good. It's all temporary, as I keep saying, but I think I couldn't ask for more really for something that only took 2 days. Very pleased with that. It's been 9 months since I've had any comfort at all. 5 months without water, 7 months without electricity, and now finally I have a bus that's almost ready, 1 week away from me being able to move in. I have canopy over my head to protect me from the sun. I've got plenty of shade, and what more could I ask for than a little spa to relax in when I get too hot. So on that note, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm never going to forget this. This is such a good moment for me. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up and subscribe. Next video, I'm going to get in that bus, I'm going to get it all looking lovely, and I'm going to put a shower area on the outside. So join me on that one. Until then, I'm going to relax. Cheers. Ah.